You're listening to Puget Rock on KGRG1.
Hi, this is Stardog the Red from Puget Rock on KGRG1, and I'm with this jerk.
T2 is this jerk.
And I am in, I guess, studio? What do you say? Cavi Gold Studios with Everybody Panic.
Yeah!
And company.
What's up?
And you guys are going on tour real soon. Just did a nice eardrum deafening performance right here.
Yes.
Sans vocalist, but it was still...
We snuck him in there for a song, man.
Yes.
I got a little video of that we're going to have to put online. That'll be good.
It was fantastic. You guys are going on tour real soon, which is a damn shame because you won't be here to play too much, because I would really like to catch you guys again and again, because that was really, really good. And let's start off. How did you guys get together? When did you all start? And how did that happen?
The band's been together since about 2012, a little bit before that. The singer and I, Ty. I had some songs from my previous band, was looking for a singer for my previous band, didn't end up working out. We got together, started writing the songs that became this project. Fast forward a couple other members and stuff later, and we got these guys in. Yeah. They've been together. We've been with these guys for now, maybe about a year, almost a year with Pat, and a couple
Maybe
weeks.
like 4 weeks, maybe.
A couple weeks with Levi. He's the baby in the band.
So just real quick, so everybody gets a voice recognition while we're talking, can we just do a quick around the horn of who you are and what you do for the band, and then when people are talking, they'll have a visual, I guess.
I am Provo, and I play guitar.
I'm Patrick, and I slap at the bass.
I'm Levi. I play lead hi-hat.
Yeah! He kills it, too, in case you didn't know.
And your vocalist is
Our vocalist is Ty, and he's not
Ninja.
here. He's in Canada.
doing important Canadian things.
He is a black belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, so he's had seminars all weekend in Canada, and he rejoins us tomorrow or the next day, I believe.
So don't hit on his girlfriend when you're at his show.
You better be careful. She's just as dangerous as he is.
He will find you.
Yeah, I mean,
just
he'll let
yeah.
you.
He'll let you hit
You don't
on
have to
her.
worry about him in that situation. She'll get you.
So behind every strong man's a really strong woman, right?
Oh, yeah,
All right.
for sure.
So you're leaving on tour real soon, right?
Next week.
Yeah, we leave in 1 week from today, I believe, is the countdown.
Where are you all going?
First date is
Duluth, Georgia.
which I like right outside of Atlanta, from what I've been told.
I thought it was the other Duluth.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but this first run's pretty much all East Coast. It starts in Georgia, kind of goes from Florida, Georgia, up to Maryland, some spots in there. Philly, yeah.
Cheese sticks.
And this tour is supporting the new album, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Our new album, Attack, which we are releasing October 30th
Nice.
through Cavi Gold Records.
And you guys, you're going to want to get this. So happy to be here to hear this. You guys are going to want to get this album.
I heard from somebody that you might want to pick this up.
Hey, everybody. Come and see how good I
I know
sound.
some people who said you should check it out.
A little
This
bird
will be
came and
open.
told me that you should probably pick up this album.
One more time.
Well, someone else is saying it right now. I think I've heard some of your stuff before. A few demos. Worked on another show on the FM side of the station for a while, and I remember having some of your stuff on the computer. It sounded really good, but
Awesome.
there's
Thank
been an improvement.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not saying the other stuff sucked, but this blew me away, and there was no vocalist, so
Yeah.
it's
Well,
all
you know.
right it on you, man. But
We,
he's not- no, this was fantastic. I was blown away. I was taking some notes, and it was I'll edit this in post. Take no prisoners instrumentation. It was
Yes.
fantastic, and this guy was chipping away at his drumsticks like he hated them.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
It was fantastic.
We're
I have
getting
no
a good
hearing
collection
in my
of
left ear.
sawdust.
But in all seriousness, I don't like those sticks.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this album to drop because I'm going to have it in my CD player in my car for a long time. I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to have some of it on my playlist for a long time.
Awesome. Yeah.
And when are you all coming back here, or When's your next show before you leave, if you have one? Because I know you're leaving pretty soon.
Okay, November 5th, we are doing our CD release here, actually. We'll be out on tour with some friends of ours seasons after. And so we were playing at the Crocodile November 5th.
The Crocodile, November 5th.
Yeah, it's going to be a party. It's going to be
It's gonna
insane.
burn
It's going to
down.
be
Croc's butthole.
seasons
Oh,
after
no, buddy, go
us,
to
the
me.
Failsafe
Yeah.
Project, and another friend of ours band. The name passes me right now. Do you remember the name of that band?
It's because he's a real good friend.
And very special guest.
It's my
What's
good
this
friend's
mystery
band.
Shot.
Yeah.
Sure to get shot is their name. Our friend Craig, they're a new band. He just started rocking with them, so
Craig.
they're going to be jamming with us as well. Should be a good night.
So, how long is this tour? Is that before or after the tour?
That would be after.
After the
The
tour,
first tour is
so-
basically we're gone the whole month of October. We leave next week, and that's like travel days to get out there.
Mhm.
And then the first date is October 2nd. The last day of the tour will be October 25th. And then we go back to OKC for a CD release there and a Halloween show in San Antonio, and then back up here. XO Gold Cup. Yeah, we're flying. Like the first week of the tour is like total rock star for us. We're like driving all the way to Duluth, Georgia to go rock a couple shows, to fly all the way back to LA to rock the XO Gold Cup, Caviar Gold XO Gold Cup down in San Bernardino. And then we fly right back over there to go back to Florida and back on tour. So it's like, it's going to be a fun trip, man. Jump in.
You want to get one of them photo ops like Led Zeppelin coming out of the plane?
Yeah, dude. That's what we need to work
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
We're working on it. We're having some people
Yeah.
work on that right now.
If they used to fly,
We're pretty big.
that would work if they used to. If they still fly rock stars around like they used to, which is like in your own plane, like being able to walk off airplane onto the tarmac and
Yeah.
picture.
Almost Famous style.
We'll stop to take a picture, and everyone's like, "Get the f- out of the way!"
Yeah. I'm trying to
What
get
are
to
you
my
doing?
exit.
And I'm gonna be like, "Don't you know who I am?"
So you guys been kicking around since about 2012. Any tour or any plans for bigger, like the festivals, maybe Warped Tour or something like that?
We want to do
Man, all of
everything, dude.
Want to
We
do
want
them
all of
all.
them. We want to be known as the hardest working band there is. So if we can get on one of those festivals, we'll take it. We want to stay on tour. Yeah. We want to be on tour until we can't tour any longer. So, I mean, if we can get one of those, absolutely. We'll take that.
Yeah.
We're the yes band. You offer us a tour, we're going to probably say yes on that one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right on.
let's do that one. Let's go.
Yeah, I know from some other bands up here that they're taking applications, I guess, or however they Warped Tour does it. Starting in December, they're
Yeah, my
starting
big
to
thing with
figure
all
out
that
who the
stuff
new
is I'm not
bands
really
it
big
is.
into like the battle fours. That whole thing, like battle of the bands.
Mm.
If that's the way we have to do it, I probably won't do it. But if we could get into it some other way, I'm for that, But I'm just not into any of those, like putting us up against, our friends, basically.
sure. And
Screw all
I don't
that.
know. I don't know that Low there went there on a Battle of the Bands type thing. I think they just got lucky and pulled the Portland and Seattle dates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
something like that would be cool.
I don't know if lucky's the right word, but
Yeah,
they
whatever.
Were,
They
they
knew
were
the
able to
right
pull
people.
in the right place
Connected.
at the right time, I guess.
Absolutely. It's all about who you know, and
Sure,
I know
exactly.
Crackle.
So Georgia,
Little Mitch Hedberg for
Georgia,
you.
and then
North Carolina,
North Carolina, and then
L.A.
L.A.
and then
That's like
Florida.
a bad NFL schedule, right?
It's going to
here.
be awesome. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the most
East
rock
Coast,
and roll
East
month.
Coast, West Coast, all
Yeah.
the way back to
We're
the
going
East Coast.
everywhere.
Not even like a middle break someplace. Like
No, we got a night to party in California, which is all we need. Fly right back out and back on tour. Yeah.
Right on.
Johnny Cash.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, then we'll be back later in the year, December 19th. We have the Cavi Appreciation Show.
Cool. And that was the one you were telling us about, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a special show.
Yeah.
They were
It's a
telling
free
us-
show, giving away cars. I mean, it's insane. You
Yeah.
just have to come out.
And it's a special giveaway of the cars. It's not just they're giving away cars.
Yeah.
They're-
giving away the
It's
giveaway.
the gift of giving. And
Okay, I'll go ahead and explain it.
Yeah.
This is Scott from Cavi Gold Records.
What up, dog?
So, for the Christmas show, we are going to be giving away 3 cars, but our mission is to give away the gift of giving. So on your ticket, when you come into the door, you have 2 spots to write stuff. One spot to write your name for a big free raffle at the end of the night, which we do every year. This is our 3rd year. Last year, we gave away 12 guitars. This year, we're going to have a bunch of different stuff to give away. And at the end of the night, there's going to be 3 cars, decent cars. On the bottom of that ticket, it's who you would give the car to. and their phone number. So when you pull the ticket and you're the last 3 people for the last 3 gifts, you get to come up and give the gift of giving. So you got to pick somebody. Doesn't even have to be in this state. They just got to pick it up from this state because I'm not going to ship it to them.
That's right. Come get it.
And that's fair, but that's a totally rad.
It's awesome, man.
And I guess that's dating me by saying totally rad, but I don't care.
Whatever, man. It is totally
movie.
rad. It is totally rad. This is our 3rd year doing it, and every year has just gotten cooler and cooler. Last year there was a mountain, I should say, of signed guitars, all kinds of stuff. And it was just like, now this year it's even cars. Just every year is even more fun.
There's going to be a tour bus.
What band deserves a
As a matter of fact, no.
I was at the one last year. I believe was that Studio 7. Yeah, that was one hell of a party.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this one. You will not want to miss this one.
The first year we played, we barely made it. We showed up like an hour before. All our flights got canceled to get out here, and we ended up showing up like an hour before, like showing up, unloading our fly-in gear out of our suitcases, like, okay, do we have everything? All right, you ready to play? Here we go. And it was like a nightmare until that moment. And then we played. It was a blast, party the whole night, 24-hour party all the way home. It was great.
Yeah, so where are you guys from?
The band is originally from Oklahoma City. 2 of us are now living up here permanently. We just moved all our stuff up here, and we're all just in the process of moving up here, really. But
Fixing to be a 3rd.
yeah, so we're working on it. Yeah, some Oklahoma fixing. We're fixing up a spot for him. Yeah, but yeah, so we're all based out of we're based out of Oklahoma City and slowly moving up here. But we also just live in a van down by the venue. Yeah, down by the Walmart or the venue is actually we don't hang out by the river.
So how's the scene in Oklahoma? Because I know up here it's starting to get better, and we're starting to open up more places where, especially all ages places, where more people can come and see music and check out new bands. How's the scene down in Oklahoma?
It's cool. It kind of comes and goes in waves. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It has its moments. It's a really close scene. It's a really close community. There's not a ton of people, but the people that all go out all know each other, and we're all pretty friendly. There's not a lot of fights when you go to any shows there. It's always everybody knows each other, buying you drinks or whatever, hanging out. So, as far as turnouts, it comes and goes.
Sure.
It comes and goes. The first show we did with this band was 900 and something people.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, for your first show, that's
Kinda
pretty amazing.
ridiculous.
You know what I mean? It was like sold out club. So that's good for any city. You know what I mean? That any city that a local band, a bill full of local bands can do that is great. But then you can also have a bill full of local bands draw 5 people. So
That's good and that's bad at the same time, because you sell out your first one for 900 people, and then your
that's a
second
lot
one
to live
is
up to.
the other guys that are in the bands watching you guys, and it's like,
Well, no, the second one for us was actually Deftones, so it was pretty amazing follow up to that.
Nice,
It was
nice.
like we went from
Boom,
a sold
boom.
out room to we got added to Deftones, and it was already sold out when we got added to the bill. That's where we met Scott as well. That's why we're here today, is
That's
because of
awesome.
that show. And it was we've been very fortunate to get a lot of very cool shows. We got asked on tour with Five Finger Death Punch.
Sweet.
And that was us as nobody. We had no backing. We had nothing but an EP we did ourselves and got our friends to print for us, and a couple T-shirts. And they were like, "Yeah, come out, let's go do it."
So did you guys go hang out with them when they were up here?
Oh yeah,
last week, I guess.
we actually played the same night they were here, but caught them in Spokane the next night.
Nice.
So yeah,
Right
got to go hang out. Ran off. There's actually some video of our singer running off a T-shirt, like scalper or whatever you call him.
Right.
He
So
was
is
out
that
there.
is
Yeah.
that the normal tour direction, I guess? Because it seems a lot of bands come to Seattle and then go to Spokane. And
Yeah, I
then
don't know. I
come
mean,
back
while
to
you're up here, you
Portland,
might
which
as well be
seems
up in that
kinda-
area for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, being in the Navy and doing navigation, going from Seattle to Spokane to Portland does not seem like my most economical routing at all.
Let me teach you about booking agents real quick.
Yeah.
This is
They don't
the
understand
guide to booking
geography.
agencies. They put up a map and they try to get a couple good
They
spots.
throw darts at it.
And then they just start kind of guessing. They go, okay, well, we got about 5 good shows. Let's just figure it out.
Let's see where the
Let's
dart
go
lands.
there.
Yeah.
It's 10,000 miles away. That sounds great. Let's go there. So next show. Oh, look at that one.
You ever-
5,000.
You been to
that's their
Siberia,
outlet.
son?
They're like, hey, can I get some money over there? Cool,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
There's that, and then there's there's a bunch of bands out there. And
Yeah,
bunch of agencies
there's a lot of
booking and
bands flooding
touring,
markets.
So, I mean, you got the whole there's that what we call it a statute of limitations, but as far as like where you can play within a certain distance type thing. So you got all these weird little factors, and that's why it's kind of sometimes when you're a band, you get your touring, and you're kind of like, oh man, what the f-? We're going from Oregon to Delaware back to California. Like what? The
We're going from North Carolina to San Bernardino.
Are you
Hell
collecting
yeah, we
frequent flyer
are.
miles at least? I hope.
I mean, if you get the chance to fly, yeah, I mean that'd be awesome. But for the most part, I mean, most bands don't get that,
Yeah,
which
it's not a common occurrence all the
we're
time
really
type
stoked
thing.
to be, part of this whole Cavi Gold thing and stuff like that. When we get the opportunity to do stuff like XL Gold Cup, and they do fly us out there. Versus, if you want to do it, you got to drive.
So here I am complaining about Seattle to Spokane and back. I'm forgetting all about you're going from Georgia
From
to
Seattle to
North Carolina
Georgia
to LA, back to the
Yeah.
East Coast. It's like,
Lucky for us,
Spokane's not so bad anymore.
one of those trips we get
Oh,
to
it's awesome.
fly.
Flying's great, except for when you're drunk.
Yeah, or hungover. Either one,
Worse
not
at
good.
30,000 feet.
the oxygen.
oxygen's not right.
Yeah.
It's something about the oxygen or something, man.
You're on borrowed breath.
Right? Recycled farts and
Whoa.
Nope.
and I can say that because of submarines.
Yeah. You are the
Recycled
king of
farts.
recycled farts.
We feel your pain.
Keeps the nukes fresh. So, this to say that's a long ass drive, right?
Yeah.
What CDs are you bringing? What's up? What's going in your CD player?
Today's
Here, you wanna
technology,
know?
it's kind of like
I don't
what's
have
the
CDs.
CD player, but
Well, you know what I mean.
yeah.
I don't have CDs, but
Whatever
I
we got
songs
on
my phone.
YouTube and phones and
This is the stuff that gets cycled over and over for me. Crosses. That's good with the ladies. The ladies. They
Hey, you want
like
to go to
that one.
Georgia? Head to Tacoma.
Let's see what else we got over here. Artists. Nothing More, which I didn't even see,
Yeah.
but we listen to that a lot. Deftones,
some King 810.
Blacklight Burns,
You know,
King
actually, they're all
810,
right.
Mastodon, Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Slipknot, 12 Foot
Ugly Kid
Ninja.
Joe.
You guys know those dudes?
Actually, no.
Oh, you
I've
gotta
heard
hear
of
them.
an MC 900 foot Jesus, but not a 12 foot ninja.
12 Foot Ninja is incredible. They're from like Australia or New Zealand or one of the two. They're pretty crazy.
A little bit harder just because.
Yes, they're awesome.
Those guys down south. The guys down south of the equator go just a little harder.
Well,
than
they're crazy. They mix all kinds of genres. They're kind of like a bungle or something. Like
they could
more of like a modern heavy when they get heavy, but then they also got like weird funk and jazz and other weird
Right.
stuff that they'll just mix in one song. They'll go
the
from all
drop of
that
a
in one
hat.
song, like like some older bungle stuff or whatever,
Right.
or Zappa or whatever.
Yeah.
Mix a bunch of crazy stuff all in one song.
I think that's what happens when you drink beer that much.
Probably
That often,
when you
it
have
just kinda-
crazy snakes and spiders all around you at all times.
Everything can kill you in Australia.
Kangaroos can beat you up.
You live on a prehistoric
It's
island.
hard
pretty
out
much.
there for an Australian.
That's what happens when you
Let's
play
go there.
music with zero to give. It turns
Yeah.
out like that. Hey, it's
Yeah.
not fun because you step outside the door for a cigarette, you're going to get killed.
Yeah, watch
You know,
out.
like people in Australia see movies like Jurassic Park and they're just like,
Yeah,
Right.
right.
that's our backyard, bro. Yeah, we're not
No.
we're not hating on Australian people. I promise.
love 'em.
We love you. We want to go to
Oh,
Australia.
no, I didn't see any AC/DC on that list. I mean,
Yeah,
The other band.
but I will say this: if I was ever gonna be a drummer, I'm shooting for AC/DC. I think that's the only band I could probably play their songs as a drummer.
You don't need to know
I
any
know.
fills, really.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got the
Was
I
it-
got the 4 on the floor riff
You
down.
know
man.
one AC/DC song on the drums. You know all.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I got this. If ever there was a chance for me to play drums, I
There you
believe
go.
it's AC/DC. So, I love you, AC/DC, and Australia. Let's party. Yeah. If ever you're looking for a dreadlocked dude in all black,
He is the one.
I'm ready to rock.
Isn't one of their other guys in jail? That's like a.
Yeah, the drummer actually.
Yeah.
Hey, the drummer from Thunderstruck.
I know a guy.
So
Yeah, look out.
he's getting the drum for AC/DC for the second time in his life.
Damn it.
You missed your shot. That's how I feel when my buddy told me, hey, you should audition to play bass for Machine Head. I'm like, really? They're doing that? And it's like, yeah. Oh, wait, they already filled the position, jerk. I'm
I
like,
did a tour with them.
Yeah, he was out with those dudes.
Yeah.
No Tell us about that.
They were the last band I was in. We did like a month and a half ish or something like that with them, and it was super awesome.
You guys are the last band that they took on tour. Like since then, they won't take anybody else.
You ruined
That
it,
could
dude.
either be good or bad. I don't know what to say about that. For
I
you
didn't
guys.
know that until just now. But that's
Every
pretty
other night has
awesome.
been an intimate evening with Machine Head, and nobody
well,
else.
I mean, they hadn't took anybody out in a while before that,
Yeah, well,
but
you're the last band, bro. That's pretty awesome. I'm just jealous.
I mean,
I'm not
I'll
mad at all.
just
I'm
go
just
ahead and-
jealous.
That was so. I mean, Provo will get it, but that was probably something that was totally like a Monty favor. I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But it did happen, and it was awesome. And Jared was their new bass player and everything. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, he kind of they were just the hospitality they gave us and what they did as far as like being a big band like that. And we were the first new band, first CD. They kind of just showed us the ropes, so to speak, as far as everything for me, as far as everything, you know, from how to play, when, you know, as far as what to play, you know, make sure you're playing at the same time. I mean, they did it all. They were Machine Head. It was probably my favorite.
Head.
So, on that same vein, favorite place to play?
Oh man, there's a few of them.
Man, knitting. I like,
Right.
yeah,
Not yet.
sure.
Hopefully.
That I've played so far, definitely that Knitting Factory in Spokane.
Yeah.
I gotta say that
The
place
Knitting
pretty
Factory is awesome. The Machine Shop in
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan is a lot of fun.
Where
House of Blues in LA was pretty cool.
House of Blues are pretty cool. If you guys could play anywhere, where would it be?
I want to go to Europe and
Well,
Australia.
Yeah. I really want to go to Europe more than Australia, but that's I mean
Wembley
it's all they're all on the list.
Nothing's off the board.
It's not in
Yeah.
alphabetical order, but
Like
you
they
know.
said before, guys, they're looking. If you want them, they'll come play.
Yeah. We will sleep on your couch, smoke
I
your
wanna
drugs.
do. You ever see that?
And try not to
cheesy
make too big a
movie?
mess.
Yeah. We'll get
Yeah.
somebody to clean up after us.
Yeah, there was a
Probably you,
cheesy movie
but
I
whatever,
seen
it's
one
cool.
time. It was like Turbulence 3.
I saw that.
Heavy metal.
Slade Craven. Yeah, that was
I want
such
to
a
do
horrible
that.
movie.
I want to do it. Horribly awesome.
I came
But-
on. I was about to change it. I was like, does it get worse?
Yeah, because oh no, it's
Of
gotta
course,
have.
his name is Slade. Look
Yeah,
at him.
it's gotta have Ray Liotta. It was like no, it's like Slade something. But yeah, something like that. I think would be really cool. Like a concert at like 30,000 feet, like at a giant airplane. Like that'd be cool.
For it. Talking about the Cavi boat.
Yeah.
Go do some pontoon
That's
partying.
actually something I would want to play now that I have a serious answer.
Like a spring break down at Lake Havasu on a giant pontoon boat.
We've been discussing for a while making a big Cavi barge and putting a band on it and just floating it out on Seafair and just surprising everybody with the whole lineup of our label. So with that has been discussed for a good year now, and we might pull that one off next year.
Putting it on the log boom.
Yeah.
Dude, party barge. That's what we
I'd say you
need,
should
every
take it
party
out
barge.
to international waters and invite people to bring the best drugs that are banned in the worst countries every night. Just have it just be a real big party.
Dude, we'll just
But
tour the coast.
Seafair, that might actually be a better idea.
Let's get a yacht and a party barge, and we'll sleep on the yacht, party on the party barge, and just tour up and down the coast, playing all the beaches. It'd be
There
great.
you go.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes. What was the pirate version we had? Ships and winches. Ships and winches.
Weren't you guys
ships
just
and
talking about
winches.
names for songs? There you go.
Yeah.
Boats and hoes.
Yeah.
That's
If
trademark,
it's
I'm
not
sure.
a song, it should
Oh,
be.
it's a song.
We need to make it that way soon.
It's a great song.
Where do you guys get the best crowds? Or do you see pretty much the same just because it seems like the rock following pretty much everywhere is fairly solid.
That's kind of hard to say. We haven't toured much.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't gotten out a whole lot yet. I mean, obviously, we're going to get the most in Oklahoma City just because that's where we've been from
Sure.
for the longest time.
We'll let you know.
But we've played great crowds here. We just played the Knitting Factory for the show Dreamfest was that last weekend?
Yep.
Yeah, last weekend. And I mean, that was a great crowd, great time. So, I mean,
Who else
we
was
went out
playing
with,
in that one with you guys?
that was the Failsafe Project, December in Red, Amadon, Mechanism, Project Kings.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great show, great
Nice.
time. All the bands were really good. It was just a lot of fun. Knitting Factory, amazing venue to be at. Anyways, it's great. So
Yeah, who would have guessed that a name Knitting Factory would put up a
yeah, and they
a
have them
solid
everywhere,
rock
and they're
show.
amazing. But yeah, I love that place.
That's pretty rad.
So what prompted you to relocate to the Great Northwest from Oklahoma?
Have you been to Oklahoma?
No. My dad had. Well, my dad has.
There's a good list of
He was on his
reasons.
way here from Missouri.
There's a good list of reasons. One is the laws here are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big time stoner, and that's pretty much the only law I was technically breaking in Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
It's just the
it's
one.
nice
though.
to yeah
It's all that takes.
yeah
That
exactly.
and-
So it's nice to get out of there and not have to worry about.
We were mentioning scenes earlier, you know.
Ruining your life or.
Yeah.
I
One, we're no longer criminals, and
Yeah.
two, the scene is, I mean, a lot bigger, and
There's only so much you can do there.
yeah.
Only so much. You
There's
can do
only
in
so
Oklahoma
many
City.
places to play in Oklahoma because it's just out in the middle of nowhere, really. I mean,
Yeah, the weather as well. Like
oh yeah.
We don't have as many tornadoes
People-
since the first of you moved up here. We've had a few, and I don't appreciate, but I'll allow it. But
Bringing them.
Since then, we've had like in Oklahoma, Provo moved out up here first. But while I was still down in Oklahoma, like we had started having Seattle weather, and
Yeah.
it was like, dude, what are you doing? And he was like, and then every time that he came up here or came down to Oklahoma for a show, like we did it once, I believe, for nothing more, and it was hot as.
yeah, it's for me all this hair, man. It's too hot down there for all this hair. Like it's a lot of work. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was still hot, but it's still not
not
that
like
hot. It was
that.
still a good 10 degrees.
is it a
20
wet heat
degrees.
down there too?
Oh yeah, it's very humid.
Yes.
And it's funny
It's the
because whenever you tell somebody, "Oh, I'm moving to Seattle," the first thing they say is, "Oh, but it rains all the time."
Not anymore.
It's like,
Not for the past few years,
well,
really.
my deal has always been like I'm always in the studio or whatever. I'm like, it doesn't rain in the studio. It's like 70 degrees in here. It's awesome. So
Even when it's not this abnormal weather that we've been having, it doesn't rain all the time up here like people say.
Yeah, no.
It's just gray.
For the longest
we have
time,
a
I came out
rainforest
here-
out on the peninsula that gets all the rain and counts it for the state. So.
It just looks like it's about to rain all the time.
yeah, for the longest time, before I like started trying to move up here, I'd been coming up here on tour and hung out here multiple times, and it never rained. Like for years, I had been here. You always hear, "Oh, Seattle is rain, Seattle." That's what you think, Seattle and rain. And so yeah, I came up here so many times. It's like I've never seen a drop. It's like shining and nice.
See,
and
now
then finally, I move up here, and you see the gray, but I like that.
Now you're starting to understand our defense mechanism. We just tell people that it rains all the
Yeah,
time.
get
up
outta here.
so that people don't move
It's
up here.
scary. Don't stay here.
Yeah, it's one.
You
I
don't-
think it's
you
one of
don't
them
wanna move
things.
up here.
It's kinda
Yeah.
like Oklahoma.
I'll
and
take it.
tornadoes. Like,
So
oh, we got
horrible
tornadoes
up
all the
there.
damn time. Like we have tornadoes like 3 months a year.
Right?
People do the Seattle rain.
Yeah,
thing,
Oklahoma
it's
has
like,
all
oh,
the
you got
worst.
tornadoes there. It's like, yeah, but it's like 3 months a year. is the
Yeah, but
weather
we
for
also
it.
have the most earthquakes in
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
but we got that now. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
You-
that's
you know-
a game
you-
changer.
You know what happens when you're having tornadoes, right? Though, right? It rains a lot. Sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes imagine.
That's what they would say
You know what
too.
we have here? We have rain. We don't have tornadoes.
Yeah, well,
often.
they would also. Yeah, it rains a lot. It's like, well, when it rains here, the sky opens up and will rip your house apart.
yeah. Yeah.
There's a big difference in the rain from Seattle and the rain.
The
from-
river might flood here, but you just got to worry about the drivers. It rains here
Yeah.
all the time, but here I said this just the other day. When people are driving up here, and I want to, in a minute, I want to know your experiences and your thoughts on the drivers up here because everybody hates them, even the people who like me who drive up here and are bad at it. When it's nice, we drive like it's been raining. When it's been raining, we drive like there's black ice. When it's black ice, we drive like the road's fine. And I can't figure it out, but what are your thoughts on driving up here?
I haven't driven around the whole lot while I've been here. I do like the donut-shaped intersections.
Turnabout.
Turnabouts.
Turnabouts.
I like those. That's pretty cool. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, I haven't.
I'll
It's not
say
too
give me some
bad.
time.
We go from Oklahoma where it's like 2 lanes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and now we got like 4, and
Yeah. You have like
HOV
regular
lanes or
roads are like
whatever.
4
And it's
lanes.
still not enough.
it's still not enough.
Still not enough.
But it's. I mean, it's whatever.
I'm glad we got up here before they had to close the HOV lane. To
We're not in
paint it 'cause
Chicago.
it's like-
Chicago is like the worst city ever to drive in.
places like that.
ever.
Yeah, and Oklahoma's real bad.
They just
where we're
hate
at
you.
With like semis.
When you're driving in Chicago, everyone hates you. Whether you're in their way or doing it, like
Oh,
if
yeah.
they get a sight if you're in their sight, they just instantly hate you and want to run you off the road or
Yeah.
But to
honk
be-
at you or whatever.
But to be fair, they just hate you in Chicago anyhow.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
That's what
not
I'm saying.
necessarily
But
just driving.
it just
They
takes
just-
you being in their sight. That's what I'm saying. As soon as you get in their sight,
Same thing like
it's
Chicago.
just hatred. I
And
get
New
it.
York,
I
East
love that
Coast
city.
area.
And what
Don't
is
get me
that,
wrong. I love that place.
I-94 right there.
Yes.
That they've been doing construction on that
For
one
eternally.
stretch from like the bottom of Lake Michigan up to Wisconsin. And
Yeah.
Wisconsin finished theirs,
Yeah.
but here in Chicago,
Yeah.
I was there
I
for
think-
3 years,
And
and
the
in that
tolls.
time, Milwaukee built like this whole spaghetti plate of roads up there. And
Yeah. It's because they have so
Chicago
many
couldn't even
tolls.
It's weird.
resurface.
I call BS on some of the most like highway construction because this last tour for a band that's on our label, I went and drove for. Everywhere we drove, which was across the damn country in that 3.5 weeks or whatever, but everywhere we went, there was just the most BS construction.
Yeah.
It would get 4 a.m. and I'm getting down to like it's like one lane, but it's like just that thing where the lane's closed off for like 30 miles. There's no parked vehicles. There's no mounds of gravel. There's no nothing. It's just like they section it off. For
And it-
no
And it's so much worse in Chicago.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just
Well, because there's
Construction sucks
50
on the
lanes
highway.
and 8 million people
Yes.
all on those
Yes.
lanes
Yes.
that hate you. Why do you hate me?
And then as soon as you cross the border into Wisconsin, everybody's happy.
Yeah, he just
And you
like
can see
you
it.
hear the sigh of relief.
There was a literal line in the freeway where the road got better going into Wisconsin. It's like it's crappy potholes.
Welcome.
Hey, look at a brand new freeway.
Oh, you came
How'd
from
that work?
Chicago.
Welcome. Welcome to our amazing
Roads
roads.
there, yeah?
And the cheese
Wisconsin.
is amazing.
The roads look like our cheese, eh?
So this is a pretty sweet little setup that you guys are recording in, and it's pretty awesome that it's in your house, which makes it
Yeah.
even better. It sounds amazing down here. It's nice and cozy. It's got a pretty amazing view right out the door. So
Well, I mean, it is important to say that Provo is not only the guitar player, he was the producer of this album. So he brought with him when he moved into this house a studio of all of his gear, which is the Pirated Studios. And he does have his services as a producer as well when he is in town. So he has this whole place set up with bass traps everywhere and really nice sounds, and he is capable of working. Are there any shows that you guys as a station are planning to do?
actually, we're working with Real Art Tacoma right now because Real Art wants to. They've actually been working with us a lot, and we've been reciprocating. So every band that I talk to them, Real Art Tacoma, because it's an all ages venue, so it's a cool place for the younger kids to hear stuff that they're not necessarily going to hear otherwise. We're looking. I think next month they want to try and do something, or during our pledge drive, whenever that is, in November, whenever the pledge drive is, we're looking at doing something.
Me and Trevbot and T2 here, Trevor Foyston, are we've been talking lately about putting a show on there for Friday the 13th in November. We were looking at originally doing some kind of Halloween gig, but with the school doing something, along with literally everybody doing something on Halloween, figured, okay, well, let's see what's going on, just in 2 weeks after that. So ended up being Friday the 13th. Okay, cool. Let's see what Real Art's got going on. It looks like they're not having anything going on. So we're looking at getting Otherworld, a new band, right?
Another CO. Yeah, Otherworld is a band that I found outside of Warped Tour this year. They didn't get a play in there, but as Warped Tour is over, I hear, "Hey, we're a new Seattle band. Anybody want to hear a new Seattle band?" Selling their T-shirts and their CDs, and I was like,
Yes.
"Let me have one of your CDs, and I will listen to it. And if it's awesome, I will call you." And we took it back and we listened to it, and everyone was like, "This is awesome." So we called them and brought them on air, and they just had their first show at Elko Wednesday, and had them back on the air again today to talk about it. And they actually did it right. They were one of the bands where they got themselves together, practiced for a year, recording and everything over that year. So it wasn't like, "Hey, you want to be in a band, dudes? Let's all be in a band," and throwing some crap. They put together a solid album that sounded good. They paid for a good recording. Otherworld, and they didn't want to go right into performing live because they wanted to make sure that their stage stuff was right. They wanted to make sure everything was lined
That's
up
great.
perfect before they jumped out there. And I think they're doing it right because their
it's good when
stage show
bands
was
do
right.
that.
And
There's
yeah.
a lot of bands that just will jump out there and dive straight in, like haven't even worked out their parts on their song, and they want to go play shows. That's like with us. Our band was selling merch. Like you could buy our T-shirt and all kinds of different stuff before we ever played a show. We were giving away songs and like building up this thing before we ever went live, working on our own stuff, but building up something other than just, hey, we threw these songs together and let's just go figure it out, you know?
And it's totally noticeable, the bands that do that versus the bands that don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a noticeable difference.
It helps,
And
for sure.
I appreciate that. And so I was like, yep, come on, guys, come on.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we talked to them this morning about doing that. So if you guys are back in town,
I
we
don't
could-
know if we will be, though.
November-ish. We'll see. But if you guys are back in town, you guys would be an awesome addition to that because
That'd be great.
it'd be same
like
vein, but
playing
they're
for the
more of the
kids, too.
screamy, and you guys are
Kids
more
get
of the
crazy.
actual singing, which I appreciate.
Kids are crazier than the adult crowd. Yeah, they'll crowd surf and
Right.
punch each other or something. I don't know what they do these days.
Yeah, I got
Kung
kicked
fu
in the
fight.
face at a Title Fight concert a couple weeks ago.
Karate chops.
No.
I'm for it all.
You
Bring
guys
it
are here
all.
to rock.
Oh, we got new stuff coming. We'll get you with that later, though.
Yeah, we're looking at asking a few other bands, but it's nothing for sure. But from what I've heard, I'd love to have you guys on if you guys are back in town and are able to.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into it, man. We have a few things on the plate, on the offering plate. We don't know what's going on with it yet. It's still kind of in the air. So
Cool. So new album coming out, tour coming out. How can fans get a hold of you guys?
everywhere.
You have the Facebooks and the Twitters.
Yeah,
and the,
Facebook,
405.
Twitter. We have a website that is being built, everybodypanicmusic.com. Twitter, YouTube, Cavi Gold Records.
what's the Twitter words?
Everybody Panic 1 or something. Yes. Everybody Panic 1.
Insta you Twitter.
I've been really slacking on Twitter. I have it set up to where it links to everything else that I post or whatever. So I need to get more active with Twitter for sure. But
I
it
have
is on
been
there and
slacking.
stuff gets posted to it.
I have been slacking too. So but I did just earlier when you all were practicing tweeted a pic.
Awesome.
And so I'm not on Twitter much. I really fall behind on it. So it means it's easy to find. So go to Puget Rock and you'll see
Puget
their
Rock.
Twitter too.
Yes.
And I think it is Everybody Panic 1.
Yep.
Or you can,
That's
so you
right.
could just go there.
That is it. No, they're all different because they were all different whenever we had to get them. Somebody already had something of whatever. So Everybody Panic is the Facebook. Everybody Panic is the Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is Everybody Panic 1. And the website is everybodypanicmusic.com. And I believe that's the YouTube as well, as Everybody Panic Music.
Yep.
Cool. So it's all scattered. Everybodypanicmusic.com will get you to all of those things, even right now while it's not being built. So, or while it is being built. I meant, no, it's not being built.
But those links. work.
Whatever. They are all there.
Thanks, guys. It was really amazing. My ears are still ringing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Huh?
Yeah, thank you guys. I can't hear you.
Yeah. So let's get your names again.
Provo, guitars.
Levi, drums.
Patrick basses.
And this is
Minnie. I'm the stage manager.
He is our all-around badass,
Yeah, he's a
is
bad
what he does.
motherfucker.
He does anything and everything possible.
a bad move?
and we got Scott McKinney over there. He's
Yeah.
he's setting up some business next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The next
I am
business
with
Lord business.
T2.
this is Dog the Red, and we just interviewed Everybody Panic. Their album, what was it called?
Attack.
And they're going on tour, and they'll be back, and you should catch them. Everybodypanicmusic.com. Find them on Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah.
Check them out. This is an awesome band. You want to get their album, you want to see them. It is fantastic.
We can figure it out. Like we said earlier, we're a yes band. You got something cool to do,
Yeah.
and we can do it.
People
We
play
wanna
everywhere.
do it. So if it's recording live at your station, let's go check it out and see what happens. I'm down. Let's make it happen. Sure, we can get something cool out of it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, worst case scenario, I could record you a live track right here. Mic it up. Awesome.
Now I'm just looking at all the bumper stickers.
There's some good ones over there. Yeah.
This is Puget Rock and Cavi Gold Records. Out.
Yeah.
He actually did a mic drop.
Can we get some drops?
It's not mine. I should.
Oh, and he recorded that. can just give you the session. if you
Forced to
want.
learn Pro Tools.
I mean, I can bounce you stems if you want, or just give you the Pro Tools session, whatever you want to do.
So we got that, and then let's do a couple bumpers.
So what are we doing?
Everybody panic! You're listening to KGRG, Puget Rock.
How would you prefer it?
This is Everybody Panic, and you're listening to Puget Rock on KGRG1.
KGRG1.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? This is Everybody Panic, and you're listening to Puget Rock on KGRG1. Yeah. Is that right? KGRG1?
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Try one more? Or
Let's get Levi.
Sure.
you want to do one with all of us?
Yeah. Yeah, here. I'm holding this.
You want to just start with you, Pat, me, and then I'll finish it? Okay.
Hey, this is Levi.
This is Pat. And this is Provo from Everybody Panic, and you're listening to Puget Rock on KGRG1. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yo, this is Scott from Cavi Gold Records. You're listening to KGRG1. Turn it up.
That's good. Yeah.
You good with that?
Hold on. Hey, this is Minnie from Everybody Panic, KGRG1. Ready?
Hold on. This is
Puget Rock.
This is Minnie from
I know
Minnie
that
from Everybody
part.
Panic.
Oh, the radio station.
Listen to KGRG1.
KGR.
Puget Rock, KGRG1.
Stand up.
KGRG.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, cool. Hey, this is Minnie, and you're listening to KGRG1.
They say this is Minnie from Everybody
Oh,
Panic.
this is Minnie from Everybody Panic, and you listen to KGRG1.
Awesome.
If you don't listen to KGRG1, then fuck off.